One of the most mysterious and impressive civilizations in our history, the Hittites. An empire that suddenly sank into the depths of history. Who were these Hittites? How did they rise with such power and then disappear so suddenly? A world filled with the lost gold of Hattusa, mysterious gods, and undeciphered inscriptions. The Hittites were an enigmatic people who emerged from the dark periods of history and established a powerful empire in central Anatolia. When they appeared on the scene around 1700 BC, no one could have predicted that they would build such a grand civilization. So, who were these Hittites and where did they come from? Archaeological excavations and ancient texts show that the Hittites belonged to the Indo-European language family and were one of the groups that migrated to Anatolia. However, the reasons and roots of this migration remain a mystery. Their capital, Hattusa, located in today's Boğazkale district of Çorum province, was their political, cultural, and religious center. The massive walls and mysterious tunnels of Hattusa reveal how advanced the Hittite civilization was. According to legends, the Hittites buried large amounts of gold and valuable treasures beneath their city. These treasures disappeared after the collapse of the empire and have never been found. One of the most striking pieces of information about the origins of the Hittites is hidden in the myths mentioned in ancient texts. These myths tell of gods coming from the sky to rule the Hittites, granting them wisdom and power. The story of Labana, known as the founder of the empire, is equally mysterious. There are many legends about who he was, where he came from, and how he managed to establish such a great empire. Some say he was a heroic king, while others claim he was a leader chosen by the gods. But the fact remains that Labana and his successors made the Hittites one of the most powerful and mysterious empires in history. The heart of the Hittite Empire was Hattusa, a captivating and mysterious city. One of the most important structures in the city was the Great Temple, built in honor of the Hittites' chief god, the Storm God Teshub, and his consort, the sun goddess of Arina. The rituals and ceremonies conducted in this temple formed the center of Hittite religious life. The reliefs and inscriptions on the temple walls narrated the stories of the gods and goddesses, while also providing insights into the Hittite belief system. The city also contained royal palaces, spacious courtyards, storage areas, and mysterious tunnels. Walking through the streets of Hattusa, one could find many traces of the daily life of Hittite kings. The great palace, where the king resided, was particularly notable for its grandeur and complexity. One of the most intriguing features of Hattusa was its massive walls that surrounded and protected the city. The hidden passageways and tunnels within the walls were used for both defense and escape purposes. Some of these tunnels are still not fully explored and continue to be a source of great curiosity for researchers. Hattusa is one of the best-preserved ancient cities of its time and is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Hittites had a complex and rich religious structure. They believed in a world filled with gods, goddesses, and mythological stories. The Hittites were known as the Land of 1,000 Gods in their pantheon. They incorporated gods from other cultures into their pantheon, which is why the number of gods truly reached the thousands. One of the greatest gods of the Hittites was the storm god Teshub. Teshub, as the god of the sky and storms, was highly revered. Alongside him, the sun goddess of Arina, representing the warmth and light of the sun, also held significant importance. Teshub and Arina were one of the most sacred pairs of the Hittites, and their union symbolized the cycle and order of nature. Teshub was often depicted in the form of a bull, while the sun goddess was represented as a radiant solar disk. Hittite mythology was filled with epic struggles between gods and goddesses. One of the most well-known stories is the battle between Teshub and the dragon Illuyanka. This epic struggle symbolized the fight between good and evil and reflected the Hittites' understanding of cosmic order. Such mythological stories were frequently mentioned in Hittite rituals and ceremonies and held an important place in the collective memory of the society. The religious beliefs of the Hittites permeated every aspect of their daily lives. Temples were considered the dwellings of the gods, and the rituals conducted there were vital for the welfare and order of society. Hittite priests communicated with the gods, conveying the wishes of the people and announcing the will of the gods to the populace. These priests also made prophecies and provided important information about the future. Hittite religious texts, found on cuneiform tablets, offer detailed information about their ritual practices and religious beliefs. Especially the tablets found in Hattusa elaborate on how the Hittites communicated with the gods and detail their ritual practices. The Hittites' military success was achieved through their strategic genius, innovative warfare techniques, and powerful armies. The backbone of the Hittite army consisted of chariots, which were among the most advanced war machines of the time. Hittite chariots were not only light and fast, but also pulled by strong horses, providing a significant advantage on the battlefield. These chariots created chaos by launching swift attacks on enemy lines, effectively neutralizing them. Hittite chariots were used for both defense and offense, making them a cornerstone of their military power. One of the best demonstrations of the Hittites' military prowess was the Battle of Kadesh in 1274 BC against the Egyptians. The Battle of Kadesh is considered one of the first major battles in history and resulted in the Kadesh Treaty, one of the earliest known peace treaties. In this battle, Hittite King Hattusa III and Egyptian Pharaoh Ramses II faced off with their large armies, ending the battle in a stalemate. However, this battle showcased the Hittites' military strength and strategic capabilities. Other significant conflicts involving the Hittites included battles with various Anatolian and Mesopotamian states besides Egypt. The Hittites frequently clashed with the Kaska people in the north and the Mitanni and Assyrians in the south. The wars with the Kaska aimed to protect the Hittites' northern borders, while the struggles with Mitanni and Assyria were aimed at achieving regional dominance. Infantry units also played a crucial role in the Hittites' military structure. The infantry were equipped with various weapons such as spears, swords, and bows, providing flexibility on the battlefield. The Hittite army consisted of disciplined and well-trained soldiers who were skilled in both individual combat and group warfare strategies. Another key element of the Hittites' military success was their intelligence and espionage activities. The Hittites used spies to monitor their enemies' movements and gain strategic advantages. These intelligence operations helped the Hittite army to achieve surprise and superiority on the battlefield. The Hittites established one of the oldest written legal systems in history. The cuneiform tablets found in Hattusa detail the Hittites' daily lives, laws, and royal decrees. Hittite laws played an important role in ensuring justice and societal order. Moreover, these inscriptions provide us with a better understanding of the Hittites' language and culture. The Hittite Empire began to mysteriously collapse around 1200 BC. Attacks by nomadic groups known as the Sea Peoples and internal turmoil brought about the end of the empire. During the Hittites' collapse, their once great military force suddenly vanished. Facing the invasion of the Sea Peoples, the Hittites lost their armies and a significant portion of their population. The fate of this army is still not fully known. In the last periods of the Hittites, it is told that a prince from the Hittite royal family mysteriously disappeared. What happened to this prince remains unknown, leading to much speculation and legend about the Hittites' decline. Many mysteries about the Hittites remain unsolved. Archaeologists and historians continue their work to discover the lost cities and treasures of the Hittites. Today, we presented you with glimpses of the fascinating and mysterious world of the Hittites. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.